Did you know that some of the so-called healthy foods your doctor probably recommended could actually be damaging your body after 50? I'm going to reveal 7 everyday foods that millions of older adults eat thinking they're doing something good, when in reality, they could be accelerating aging, inflammation, and even weight gain. And trust me, number 7 is the most shocking of all because it's literally sold as a superfood. What makes this even more concerning is that your body changes dramatically after 50. Your metabolism slows down, your hormone levels shift, and your digestive system becomes more sensitive. Foods that might have been perfectly fine in your 30s and 40s can suddenly become problematic. But here's the thing nobody talks about. The food industry doesn't want you to know this information because these 7 foods generate billions of dollars in revenue every year. I've spent the last 6 months diving deep into the latest research, analysis, and talking to nutritionists who specialize in mature adult health and how our bodies process food differently as we age. What I discovered changed everything I thought I knew about healthy eating after 50. Subscribe to the channel so we can benefit you by creating more great content with you in mind. And as a thank you, download your free guide from the link in the description below. Let's start with the first food that's probably sitting in your kitchen right now, and you might have even eaten it this morning thinking you were making a healthy choice. Granola and granola bars. Walk into any health food store and you'll see hundreds of varieties of granola marketed as heart-healthy, full of fibre, and perfect for active seniors. The problem is that most commercial granolas are absolutely loaded with hidden sugars and unhealthy fats that your body over 50 simply cannot process efficiently anymore. Here's what happens in your body after 50 when you eat that seemingly innocent bowl of granola. Your insulin sensitivity decreases naturally with age, which means your body has a much harder time managing blood sugar spikes. That granola you think is healthy often contains 15 to 20 grams of sugar per serving, sometimes more. When you're over 50, these sugar spikes can lead to increased inflammation, weight gain around your midsection, and even contribute to developing insulin resistance. But it gets worse. Many granolas use cheap vegetable oils like soybean oil or canola oil as binding agents. These oils are highly processed and can increase inflammation in your body, which is particularly problematic for people over 50 who are already dealing with age-related inflammatory processes. The second food might surprise you because it's been promoted as a weight loss miracle for decades. Diet sodas and artificial sweeteners. If you're over 50 and still drinking diet sodas thinking you're avoiding sugar and calories, you need to hear this. Recent studies have shown that artificial sweeteners can actually disrupt your gut microbiome, which becomes increasingly important for your health as you age. Your gut health directly impacts your immune system, your mood, and even your cognitive function. After 50, maintaining a healthy gut becomes crucial for overall well-being, but artificial sweeteners can kill off beneficial bacteria and promote the growth of harmful bacteria. But here's the really concerning part. Some research suggests that artificial sweeteners might actually make you crave more sweet foods, leading to increased caloric intake overall. For people over 50 who are already dealing with a slower metabolism, this can be a recipe for unwanted weight gain and metabolic dysfunction. The third food is going to make a lot of people angry because it's been positioned as the perfect health food for seniors. Fruit juice, even the 100% natural, no sugar added varieties. I know you're thinking, but it's just fruit, right? Wrong. When you drink fruit juice, you're consuming massive amounts of fructose without any of the fibre that would normally slow down absorption. Your liver, which is already working harder to process toxins as you age, has to work overtime to process all that fructose. This can lead to fatty liver disease, which is becoming increasingly common in people over 50. A single glass of orange juice contains the sugar equivalent of about 4 whole oranges, but without it fibre, vitamins and minerals that are found in the pulp and skin. Your body over 50 processes this sugar bomb almost like drinking a soda, causing rapid blood sugar spikes that your aging pancreas struggles to manage. Now we're getting to the fourth food, and this one is particularly sneaky because it's often recommended by healthcare providers for people over 50. Whole grain breads and cereals. Wait, before you click away thinking I've lost my mind, hear me out. The problem isn't necessarily with whole grains themselves, but with how they're processed in commercial products and how your body handles them after 50. Many people over 50 develop increased sensitivity to gluten and other proteins found in wheat, even if they never had problems before. This isn't necessarily celiac disease, but rather a decreased ability to properly digest these complex proteins. Additionally, many commercial whole grain products are loaded with added sugars, preservatives, and inflammatory oils. Your digestive system, which produces fewer digestive enzymes as you age, struggles to break down these processed foods efficiently. This can lead to bloating, digestive discomfort, and even nutrient malabsorption. The fifth food is something that's probably in your refrigerator right now, and you bought it specifically because you thought it was a healthy choice for your age group. Low-fat dairy products. The low-fat craze convinced millions of people that removing fat from dairy makes it healthier, but this couldn't be further from the truth, especially for people over 50. When manufacturers remove fat from dairy products, they often add sugar or artificial sweeteners to maintain flavour. But more importantly, many of the beneficial nutrients in dairy are fat-soluble, meaning you need the fat to properly absorb them. Vitamins A, D, E, and K all require fat for absorption, and these vitamins become increasingly important as you age. Your body over 50 also needs healthy fats for hormone production, brain function, and joint health. By choosing low-fat dairy products, you're not only missing out on these benefits, but you're often consuming more sugar and artificial additives that can cause inflammation and digestive issues. The sixth food is going to shock a lot of health-conscious people over 50 because it's been marketed as a superfood for decades. Soy products, including tofu, soy milk, and processed soy protein. Now, I want to be clear, this isn't about traditional fermented soy products like miso or tempeh, which are processed differently and may offer health benefits. The problem is with highly processed soy products that contain compounds called isoflavones, which can mimic estrogen in your body. For people over 50, especially women going through menopause, adding more estrogen-like compounds to your system can potentially interfere with your body's natural hormone regulation. Additionally, most commercial soy products are made from genetically modified soybeans that have been heavily treated with pesticides. Your body's ability to detoxify decreases with age, making you more susceptible to the negative effects of these chemical residues. Now for the seventh and most shocking food on this list. This one is going to upset a lot of people because it's literally everywhere in the health food world and marketed specifically to people over 50. Agave nectar and other so-called natural sweeteners. Agave nectar is often positioned as a healthy alternative to sugar, especially for people trying to manage their blood sugar levels. But here's what they don't tell you. Agave nectar is actually higher in fructose than high fructose corn syrup. It contains up to 90% fructose, compared to about 55% in high fructose corn syrup. For people over 50, this is particularly problematic because your liver's ability to process fructose efficiently decreases with age. This high fructose load can contribute to fatty liver disease, increase triglycerides, and even accelerate the aging process through increased formation of advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. So what should you eat instead? Focus on whole, unprocessed foods that work with your body's changing needs after 50. Instead of granola, try a handful of raw nuts with some berries. Replace fruit juice with whole fruits that provide fibre along with nutrients. Choose full-fat dairy products from grass-fed sources when possible. For sweeteners, stick to small amounts of raw honey or pure maple syrup, but use them sparingly. Your taste buds actually become more sensitive to sweetness as you age, so you'll need less to satisfy your sweet tooth anyway. The key is understanding that your body after 50 is not the same as it was in your younger years. Your digestive system, metabolism, and hormone levels have all changed, and your food choices need to reflect these changes. Foods that might have been healthy for you at 30 or 40 might not serve you well at 50 and beyond. What's most important is listening to your body. Pay attention to how different foods make you feel. Do you feel energized or sluggish after eating? Are you experiencing digestive issues, joint pain, or brain fog that might be related to your diet? Your body is constantly giving you feedback about what works and what doesn't. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate all enjoyable foods from your life, but to make informed choices that support your health and vitality as you age. Small changes in your daily food choices can have massive impacts on how you feel, your energy levels, and your long-term health outcomes. If you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe for more evidence-based health content specifically designed for people over 50. And let me know in the comments which of these 7 foods surprised you the most. I read every comment and love hearing about your experiences with changing your diet to support healthy aging. Your health journey after 50 doesn't have to be about restriction and limitation. It's about making smart choices that allow you to thrive and enjoy life to the fullest. These 7 foods might seem healthy on the surface, but now you know the truth about how they really affect your body after 50.